Plaintiff A.J. Sanders says he and the defendant became friends in college and rented an apartment together. A.J. claims everything was fine until the defendant moved his girlfriend in, and that's when they filed a restraining order against him, forcing him out of the apartment. He's suing for attorney fees, rent, and emotional distress. Defendant Christian Miller Goki and his girlfriend Chelsea Whitcomb say the reason they filed a restraining order against A.J. is because he threatened to kill them. Christian is countersuing for rent, late fees, and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Well, me and Christian, we met each other first day, freshman year, back in 2012. We'd hang out.
Where'd you all attend?
Bowling Green State University.
Okay.
Still attend now. We were good friends. Ate lunch. Did normal college things, and we decided for the 2014-2015 school year to get an apartment together. And it wasn't an issue at all until he brought his girlfriend in to live with us, free of charge of everything, for several months, until March, where a restraining order was brought against me by these two and got kicked out of my apartment.
Why? What was the?
It was a civil stalking restraining order because of verbal disagreement.
Well, let me hear from you. Maybe you'll give me more detail on this verbal disagreement.
He threatened to kill me and my girlfriend, and I had to get a protection order because I did not feel safe.
Are those the details you were missing?
Those are the details under the circumstance that his girlfriend was trying to get him to fight me as well as she was trying to fight me. And he's a hunter and he has guns unlocked with ammo next to it in the apartment.
What do you have?
Nothing myself. I don't.
So you clearly didn't threaten to kill him.
If
you had nothing and he has all these guns and ammunition, I know you gotta have better sense than that.
I threatened to kill him knowing
that he had all those guns.
Yes, because she was trying to fight me, and if I was touching any manner, I was.
But what made you think? But let me tell you what you just told me. Let me tell you what you just told me. I said, you threatened to kill him? Yeah. Why did you threaten to kill him? Because he was going to beat me up and his girlfriend was going to beat me up, and they had all type of guns and ammunition. Did you have a gun? Nope. What, were you going to kill him with your bare hands?
If he had a gun, absolutely.
Good enough. All right, now, I understand now. So it didn't matter whether he had a gun or not.
If he grabbed that gun and used it
right,
against
because you
me,
could kill him with your bare hands. That's what you just said. Didn't you just say that? How many guns you have?
I had no guns in the apartment at the time.
You have yours?
I don't have a gun.
The reason I'm making fun of this, sir, is because you're here suing them for emotional distress, and by your own admission, you threatened to kill them.
we were arguing, and it was in the heat of the moment that I said that.
Right. But what did they say to you during this argument could be so threatening, because he says they got a restraining order against you? What am I missing about you suffering the emotional distress?
I was kicked out of my apartment.
For what?
I got a restraining order. They took a restraining order, a civil stalking order against me.
Successfully.
2 days later, after the argument happened, if their life were by any means were threatened, I feel like they would get the restraining order.
You did threaten their life.
They would get it the next day. They wouldn't wait 2 days to get a restraining order against me if they felt if there was life-threatening danger.
What was your side of the story?
I said I didn't do anything that nobody in my situation. Anybody in my situation would do the same thing I would do, knowing that there's guns unlocked with ammunition next to each other.
I don't think anybody in your situation would say, I'm gonna kill you, when they have no weapons and they know the other person has guns. Nobody would say that.
Even under the circumstances that...
Nobody, they would run.
I had nowhere to run.
Sir, what are the lawyer fees for?
$750 against the restraining order, because if I didn't have the restraining order, I wouldn't have to pay $750 for a lawyer fee.
And if you wouldn't have told him you would kill him, you wouldn't have gotten the
I believe they still would have got the restraining order.
Believe? That's speculation.
I know for a fact they would have got the restraining order.
How do you know for a fact it didn't happen, sir? How do they owe you for rent? Sorry.
They owe me for rent because Chelsea lived there from early September until after the time I was kicked out, which is May 31st, which is termination.
What was the agreement?
There was never any previous agreement.
You have to, what, are you just going to pick some number out of the sky?
No, I did not pick a number at all.
What number do you want to pick?
I believe it's 683.
How'd you come up? Oh, that's what she owes?
She owes for the time that she was living there, yes.
How much a month?
It's 580 divided by 3.
For her portion.
Her portion? Mm-hmm. I believe $98 a month.
Where'd you get that from?
That number comes from the total lease agreement divided by 3.
Okay, but yet you remember what you said when she moved in? She stayed there scot-free.
I never said that she could stay there for free.
You started there. That's how you started your testimony. She was there, sir. That's enough. Your counterclaim for rent and emotional distress is for what?
He was late even before this incident. He was late with his payments, and after he got kicked out, he did not make the last 2 months' payment.
What month was he late on or failed to pay prior to being kicked out?
He was late on November.
How much was the late fee for that?
The late fee was $50.
And he failed to pay which months?
He failed to pay March, April, and May.
And the amount for each month is what?
The amount for March was $130. The amount for April was $290, and the amount for May was $159.
Sir, what's your defense?
My defense is that I was not living there for the last 2 months.
Right, because you couldn't because of the restraining order.
I got kicked out.
You breached the lease.
And then I also paid $450 for March. I paid March.
Sir, said he paid for March.
He paid for part of March.
And your half was how much?
My half was $295.
And his half was $295.
Correct.
What portion did he pay of the $295?
He was actually late for February, so then the $450 that he paid off part of...
You didn't say anything about late for February. You said he was late for November. Let's deal with March.
Right.
How much did he pay toward March's rent?
He paid $450 for February and March.
I said, how much did he pay for March's rent? One last time.
He paid...
Okay, you're not sure, he's very certain. I'll grant you April and May because even though you didn't stay there, sir, you broke the lease. When you threatened to kill him and the restraining order was issued against you, you effectively broke the lease. And once again, you admit to threatening to kill him. Is that what your emotional distress for? And how much are you asking for that, sir?
I am asking $2,271.
What happened afterwards to cause you so much distress?
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't...
Why not?
I was scared because my key went missing the day that all this happened, and I knew where it was. But then
your key to what?
The apartment.
All right, but he already had a key. What did he need your key for?
I assume he lost it. And
you assume. There you go.
Well, when I woke up...
Keep stuttering. Go ahead, sir.
He had all the ammo and the guns.
Right. Yeah, that's right. You had the ammunition and the guns.
I did not have any.
I know you didn't, sir. I don't believe that for 1 second. And that's why, sir, I'm dismissing your claim. There was no agreement that the young lady should pay rent. You all should have discussed that up front. With regard to your lawyer fees, $750, that's something you're responsible for because that's something you caused by threatening and having a restraining order issued against you. With regard to the rent, I'm going to assess April and May. $290 plus $159 is what?
$449.
Is $449, and I'll even give you the late fee, sir, $50. $499 is your judgment, sir. Have a good day.